I always say the best way to learn a new camera is to vlog with it. This is the Sony A7 III. I have no idea if I'm exposed properly. How do you set up exposure? How do you do it when you're in vlog mode? How do you do it? I gotta watch some. Let's go. I'm gonna try auto exposure, auto everything. So like aperture, shutter speed, ISO. I'm shooting S-Log2. I'm shooting S-Log2, but I'm still able to do auto exposure, which is crazy because on the Canon EOS R you can't do that in C-Log. So, you know, there's that. 1 point for the A7 III, minus 2 points for not being able to see if this is exposed or in focus or. So this place actually could have shipped these to us, but I didn't know if they could or not. So I had written them a note like, hey, I could come pick these up because it's only like 40 minutes away. And they wrote me an email. They're like, hey, they're ready to pick up. So it's like next day delivery by yourself. Good, how you doing? I'm just grabbing some kettlebells. So, crazy thing, there's been this crazy kettlebell shortage, and this place, Christian's Fitness Center, something awesome, they got kettlebells in, and I was like, we gotta get them immediately, so we did. I've been using some, but we needed some more, and yeah, but I just talked to the guy, and he was like, yeah, we just listed it yesterday, and they're almost all sold out, so kettlebell shortage continues. Couple things I've learned about the camera so far. We got a little double box action going on here. There's no auto audio mode, which Donna told me about on Twitter. He said as an audio engineer, he's thankful for that because that just makes it harder for audio engineers. But everything's always, you know, it's a payoff, right? So like, I put it on auto a lot of times. On the Panasonic GH5 was fantastic at auto audio. Canon EOS R a little bit less so, but you know, it gets the job done and you're not gonna be blowing your audio out. Like right now, I have no idea if I'm talking too loud, you know, so it's a payoff. Like, yeah, it's harder to audio balance, but at least you know something is being recorded. You know what I'm saying? What is happening? Oh, that is the way to do that. That's cool. 16 kilograms. This one is 12 kgs. One of the keys to working out is you don't want to use too much weight. So I have two 20 kilogram ones, and like, you know, either A, you could hurt yourself if you try that. B, sometimes you want to do like really high reps, get more cardio in, a little bit like less strength. So yeah, 16 and a 12. Let's go. Let me show you how you use these. You got your Russian kettlebell swing, high level. And here you got your American kettlebell swing. Up above your head. So, those get pretty tiring pretty quick if you can imagine. Second thing I've learned about the camera is in that program function of exposure mode, the limit currently is set to shutter 1/1600th. If you go to aperture priority, I think by default it's set at like 1/8000th. So now that's what I'm on. Unfortunately, I'm not used to the way the display looks. Just like in broad sunlight, everything looks so super dark. So it sort of feels like everything's underexposed. I'm a little bit confused about that, but that's why you test these things out. That's why you test them out. Oh, I should tell you, sorry, I'm sweating profusely. I should tell you about why I have this camera. You're probably like, Cody, did you buy the A7 III? Well, let me tell you what happened after I opened this door for a second because I'm just melting. Whew. Open this door too. Got a little cross breeze there. Here's what happened. I got this lens, the Tamron 17-28, which I'll do a full review on at some point. And I got it because I pre-ordered the A7S III. and put a little video of me unboxing the Tamron on Instagram, and B&H reached out and they're like, do you have a body for that yet? And I was like, no, I do not. And they're like, let us loan you one to figure out Sony before you get your A7S III. Come on, B&H. This isn't sponsored. They did loan me the camera. B&H is where I get all of my photo gear from. Shipping is like next day for me. I live in Pennsylvania, they're based in New York. Been to the store numerous times. Like, B&H, thank you so much for just crushing the game, just crushing it. My sister works right over here. I'm gonna text her and see if I can stop by and say hello. Air conditioning. Quick update before we go to my sister's. The camera, the little overheat sensor thing, like it's worn, it's getting warm, and it was, I felt it, it was warm. That popped up. I went in, found the setting to change that from standard to high, so we good, thanks. Just a quick update. I'll put the setting thing in case you need to find it here. Sister works for this rad organization called Hope International. They do like savings and stuff, and like help people become entrepreneurs, I think is a good way to describe it. There's actually stairs over here. I always hate to take the elevator to the second floor, you know? It's like, you can't take that elevator to the second floor. There's stairs available. Masking it up. Let me get a goodbye for the vlog.
Maybe buy these baskets.
Bye, AJ, love you.
Bye, love you.
So I'm on Aperture priority mode. Did I say that yet? And I'm loving it. On both my GH5 and my EOS R, I normally do all manual exposure settings. So cool little thing there. I've got a cut on my thumb, and every time I use hand sanitizer, it stings. I should say, I think I like it, because all of this stuff could be completely under or overexposed or like just messed up. Like I did review that one shot where I was talking in the car earlier and noticed that it seemed a little under, but again, just gotta throw it on the computer, you know, before I make any decisions. That's why I'm doing this, man. All right, back at the office. Let's throw this into Final Cut and see what I can do with these colors and brand new everything. I don't know. Honestly, I should shoot in the stairwell more often, other than the echo, because it's just like so pretty. It's just such a pretty stairwell. Look at this little guy sitting back here. Oh, that reminds me. I've been getting asked a lot if I'm switching from Canon to Sony, and I don't consider myself switching per se. What I mean by that is, like when I got my Canon R, I didn't consider myself switching from Panasonic. Like it's just another camera that I want to be able to use, that I want to be able to utilize the assets of, like that I want to know, you know? So no, I'm not switching, but I'm throwing it into the mix. That's how I see it anyway. So like, what was happening with the autofocus on that last shot there? What was that about? Why was that happening? Yeah, so it's getting in my face, right? I'm not sure what was happening. Like I just looked at this footage and it's all out of focus. What are the best autofocus settings for vlogging on the A7 III? So it is very weird and also kind of freeing to not be able to see the shot. Cause like normally on the EOS R when I could see it, I'm giving this camera back. So it won't be like this forever. But I would just be framing this up, like trying to take any of the junk out of the back or like not get the ceiling in. Not being able to see it is kind of freeing. So that's a cool asset that this camera has for vlogging, is it just makes you, you know, capture what you capture, and then you gotta be good with it. Figure out the autofocus thing. I did have face and eye turned on, but it was on the small area thing and it needed to be on the wide area thing. So that it was sort of searching the wide area for a face. I think it might have been only searching that small area for a face. So that's what I switched it to. Now it seems to be working all right. This is my first day vlogging with the A7 III. Let me know what you think. If you use this camera, let me know how you set it up for filmmaking, any of that stuff. If you have a video or anything like that, don't link the video because you might get spammed. Like just be like, yo Cody, I have a video. You can check it out. It's called this. And then I'll search for it maybe. Yeah, first day, went great. I'm liking it. I really like it. That autofocus thing freaked me out a little bit, but I think we got that figured out. The lens is cool. I do miss the 9 extra millimeters, so I'm used to 15 to 35. This is 17 to 28. I do miss those 9, but I think very doable. I like the way it looked. Yeah, more stuff coming on this camera and this lens and Sony as an ecosystem and Canon and Panasonic, and like, let's go, you know? Not this guy though, the Rebel XT. No more reviews on him, or maybe. Man, see ya.